What is up, y'all? It's your boy ABK. Thank you for tuning into another one of my trading videos, or my weekly analysis. You guys know how it goes. Usually just check out the market, see what they're looking like every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, don't forget, if you guys are watching this and you guys like what you're seeing, drop a like, subscribe to my channel. You guys know what it is. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with it. And so, first and foremost, we have USD news on Monday. We have non-manufacturing PMI ISM for the US dollar, and at 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have the Australian dollar has cash rate and rate statements. Also have annual budget release, which is tentative on Tuesday for the Australian dollar, so that could be just throughout the day or whatever. We have Euro news at between 3:35 a.m. and 8 a.m., which is just like a speech or whatever. We have on Tuesday for the US dollar 9:40 a.m. Chairman Powell is going to speak. Don't know in accordance to what. I don't really care about those type of news events, honestly. I just worry about more about numbers rather than someone who speak regarding like talking about something. Wednesday, same thing. We have President Lagarde. He speaks for the euro. We have FOMC this week. This is what's going to move the market? Because I don't know if you guys have been noticing, or if I just know some of you guys that are going to watch this or are here right now. You guys see Peyton. He usually talks about how he feels like FOMC moves more than when it comes to more rather than when it comes to NFP. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but yeah, and that's kind of true. I feel like if the FOMC for an instant move, that's what happens for FOMC a lot. So we'll see how that goes on Wednesday. We have GBP news at right before London session starts at 2:25 a.m. Central Standard Time. Then we have Canadian dollar news on Thursday at 7:30 a.m. And then on Friday we have Canadian dollar employment change. So we can see a lot of movement with the Canadian dollars. But so that's about what's going to happen fundamentally for when it comes to high impact news. I don't usually care if we're looking at low or medium impact news. I only look for the high impact moves because those are the moves that will move the market the most. All right, so switch over from that to the charts, and let's go ahead and get this started. So with the DXY, I do see that it is in an uptrend, and if some people like trend lines, then you could draw this trend line out right here, and you can see that price is respecting that. I do like what I'm seeing with this because this does look like a break and retest of this zone that it previously couldn't break. And this is the same markup I had last week with the DXY for it to come down here to continue to the upside, and I still feel that way right now. I still feel that way until it starts to break this support that's down here, or if it breaks through this trend line. I still feel that it's going to keep going bullish, right? And so, well, hold on, let me make this better looking. There you go. So yeah, you have 1, 2, 3 trend is confirmed. If I start seeing this trend line breaking, then I'll think differently of it. One thing that I don't really care for though is seeing how with this bullish move to the upside, it's only came to the 50%, which sometimes price does do that, right? Because it made this impulsive move and it didn't retest. And I've been doing a lot of back testing lately, and I've been noticing that if a move does this and it doesn't really retrace, if it goes bullish, it doesn't really retrace that much, then they'll just keep going. So I see that it's came down to this 50%. I'm currently looking for buys right now. I'm currently looking for the US dollar to go bullish. So let's go ahead and go on to the arbitrage charts real quick and see what arbitrage is saying. So go on to the daily time frame real quick. I'm sure that it will agree with me to say that price is bullish. Come on now. There we go. Let me actually close this out real quick. Come on, get out of here. Really? It's really not gonna just disappear like how it usually does? There we go. That was weird. Anyways, let's go ahead and get rid of all this right here. So daily time frame, it had called for the buy 2 weeks ago, right? Called for the buy on the 21st of September, came to the mean line, it respected it, and it currently is still over the RSI line, which I like to see. So I still think that this could potentially keep going higher. And also these down here, the arbitrage Z is the RSI line is higher than the crossover, and over here as well as bullish. So I still think that this is going to go bullish right here, right? Go on to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, now the thing that I don't like seeing on the 4-hour time frame is that this could potentially still come down to 93.38, which I don't want to see. I just want to see price respect this zone and then keep going to the upside. This zone that I'm speaking of. I just want it to respect the zone and keep going to the upside, right? Going to the 1-hour time frame real quick. Okay, and so the 1-hour time frame has been called for the buy, been riding the RSI line, just riding it. So that's another good sign that I like to see. That's something that I like to see to show that, okay, price is respecting this. But if it does end up breaking, then it's going to go to the downside for sure. And 15-minute time frame, of course, that's what recent price action is. Like, that's what I look for the most. I don't really care for looking at towards the left on the 15-minute. I just looking at what's happening right here. And so it's calling for a buy as well. And if it goes any lower, then it'll call for a sell very shortly. So just waiting to see what way this is going. But like I said, I'm bullish on the DXY. That is what I am. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm sticking with. I'm bullish with it because it definitely is broken this structure and is retesting it pretty nicely, and it's been consolidating here for the past just like the past 3 days. Let me see if it's 3 days or not. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Well, today will be the 4th day if it stays down here. So I am bullish on the US dollar. Go ahead and go on to EURUSD here. So, sorry, I was doing some other work here. Let me get this back up here real quick. Did not mean to do that. New object list, risk to reward, fib retracement. I'll delete that very shortly. Okay. One of these got to go, and it's this one. Oops, not that one. There we go. All right, so same thing with EURUSD. I'm currently actually in this buy, and I'm in some profits. I'm happy with the position I have. But same thing with EURUSD. I had mentioned that I wanted to see that price come up. It's at this 50 fib, and it rejected it very nicely. So that's cool. That's what I like to see. And it also broke the structure right here that it came back to retest. Now, again, like I said, I want to see this drop now. And it's just following this same pattern that I had drawn out. Well, not pattern, but the way how I expect the market to go. I still like that as seeing coming to the upside and then dropping to come down to the 61.8 or this level down here that price never retested when it went bullish. It never retested down here. So I want to see that go back and retest that before if it's going to continue to the upside on a higher time frame, right? So let's look at the weekly time frame real quick. I just want to look at the candles. Bearish engulfing, price pushed to the upside. Let's actually measure this real quick. No, yeah, it's just the same thing. So, and even if you look at it on the from this point of view on the weekly, it kind of looks like price did go up to the 61.8 and it wicked it off on the weekly time frame. But on the daily, on the daily time frame. 1 second. Oh, it did. You see, and I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that push up, that it was at the 61.8 last week when I mentioned that, oh, I'm looking to see what price does it there. So it literally hit the 61.8 and then it dropped. So that would have been a damn, man. And this is why back testing is great, because when you see this happening on the live markets, you're like, yes, I love it. But yeah, so continuation to the downside. That's what I want to see. I like that it hit that 61.8. I think the possibility of it coming back up here though does exist, but I'm in this trade right now, so I'm not trying to hear that. All right, let's go into arbitrage. Turn that off. All right, so with arbitrage, price drop down. Usually what I like to see with arbitrage in this type of instances is for price when it drops for it to come back and retest the RSI line, then continue down to the downside. But again, this came and it retested this zone that it previously broke. So again, I would just want to see this continue going to the downside since I'm in the sell, and it is currently under the momentum and compass line right here, the red and blue line right here. So I like seeing that. If it does go a little higher than that, I might get out of the sell for the meantime and just wait it out a little bit. Let's go into the 4-hour time frame. Ooh. Okay, 4-hour time frame. Looks like the Atlas is showing that it's bearish, but again, guys, like the possibility of price still coming back up here, especially with me seeing a buy on the 1-hour time frame, it very much exists. So we just got to be careful with this trade. Like I said, if it goes a little higher, then I'm gonna probably just exit out the trade. So let's see what the 1 hour looks like, because maybe this is setting up for a buy. Maybe, yeah, okay. Well, no, because my position is just right here. So even if it were to go bullish, yeah, let's do it, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set an alert for the exit all for the buy, because again, I'm not really feeling safe about it going bearish right about now. So I'm gonna go ahead, short exit all, create alert, and then let me go to the 15-minute real quick to see what it's showing. Yeah, even the 15-minute is starting to go bullish, and so just gonna wait and see how this plays out. I'm just gonna put my stop loss at break even, actually, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and wait it out and see how this play moves. But again, I am definitely looking for the downside for this move. I'm definitely looking for the downside. So all right, gonna go ahead and switch on over to GBPUSD. All right, so GBPUSD played my life. Oops. Or let me not say GBPUSD, my broker played my life, because I was trying to trade this in the whatchamacallit got hit. The spreads hit my stop loss at break even, so that's unfortunate for me. But price did go up, and I don't know why I had it going this high when I should have just really had it right here, because that would have been a very even a really good take profit. But anyways, enough of that. Let me get rid of that. That was a pretty decent trade. Right now this is playing the range, so guess where I have this going? Back to the downside. It's playing the range, guys. Like this, like I mentioned last week on a live analysis, this is playing the range. So when it came down here, pushed up, it's up here now. It comes to make a push down. You see this indecision candle? That's when you should have known that, like, okay, it's not gonna go bullish quite yet. We need to see an engulfing move for a price to have gone to the upside, and it didn't make that. So again, I have price coming down back to the downside. But I did like the entry because it was at the 78.6 and it just climbed up high. And those are the type of moves that I like taking. I like taking the Fibonacci moves like that. You feel me? So what I'm going to do is go over to the arbitrage, because I'm not really changing anything on that. It's just been playing the range. So there's no reason for me to actually try to make it look any different. But I do like Well, not really, because it's kind of just looks like a W to me. But I do think that GU is going to keep going to the upside and is going to probably even break right here. So that's something that I am definitely watching for GU on the 1 hour time frame. I mean, on the daily time frame. 4 hour time frame has been riding on this RSI line pretty well ever since it came in bullish right here. So it's been riding on that pretty decently. Gonna just hold my just hold my hands, sit on my hands, not trade anything because yes, this is bullish as well. What I'll probably do is look on the 15-minute time frame and see that this is a sell call, but I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, I want it to alert me to get out of this sell. Short exit all. And I'm low-key down to actually take a risky sell from here just to see how it is on the 15-minute time frame. I'm okay with taking this very small risk to reward setup. So I'll be risking what? Let me take this to the previous highs. I'll take it all the way up here. How about that? 25 pips. I'm totally down to test out this and see if it's going to play out. I'm going to go ahead and risk 25 pips for, let me go on the daily time frame once more. And guess what? I'm not even going to risk a whole 25 pips because I am using arbitrage. And what I usually do when I'm using arbitrage, I just, when it tells me to get out, I'm like, oh, I'm out of there. So there you go. So I'm going to put 20. I'm going to 25. There you go. That's a 1 to 8 because that's like 1 to 7.98. It's the same thing as a 1 to 8. That's a 1 to 8 risk to reward ratio right here. And it's going to be even less than that because, like I said, if the 15-minute time frame is telling me to get out of the trade, I'm out of there. So this is a good trade for me, like a 1 to 7.98 risk to reward ratio. That's what it's all about, guys. And even if you were to put the stop loss, let's say that you don't want to use that stop loss that I used, because I'm just using this stop loss as an example. But let's say if you want to put it like up to right here, up above this wick right here. Look at that's still a 1 to 3.75 risk to reward ratio. That's still a really good, that's still real good risk management right there. So, and that's what Peyton, he was talking about in this video, that if you, even if you have a very low win percentage to your trades, if you have really good risk management, you can still come out on top at the week, as long as you just look for these type of setups, right? So GU, like I said, it's playing the range, been just going up and down for the past couple of days. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep playing the range. That's the way how this game wants to play. We'll play it like that. So yeah, that is my personal analysis on GU. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this sell. And again, 15-minute time frame, I already set the alert to exit the sell. So if I do get that alert, I'm out of there. I'll just wait for a different opportunity to hop in. You get me? No, there's really no use in me trying to trade something and try to make money off of it when I'm not actually like I see that it's calling for a buy, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna ignore it. It's just a buy. I'm gonna go ahead and trust whatever I say. That's the reason why I have arbitrage, to tell me when to get out. All right, so sell that. Okay, so let's look at AUDUSD. So I am mad that it came up to the 61.8 because I really wanted it to come to the 71. And there's been a position backtesting strategy that I've been doing where I stack my positions. But so I would have loved to have gone in this position right here, probably take a quick move down here, but I still want to see price come up to the 71% Fibonacci and then continue dropping to the downside. But as of right now, it's still at this 50% and it needs to break this to keep going to the upside, like actually close over it. Not like how this candle did, but let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour real quick. Let me see something. I do see that on the 4 hour, it is on the uptrend, right? But if you draw this out, let's draw this. If you draw this trend line out, look, boom, it broke it. Let me even make it a little better looking so that you can see the retest. So it broke, retested, still up here, potentially could drop. So gonna see how that plays out. Gonna see exactly how AUD plays out. But I do want to see it go to the downside. But I would have rather preferred it go to the 71% because on arbitrage, well, not because, but if you can see, even with the arbitrage, it lines up perfectly with the RSI line, and it lines up perfectly with the upper danger zone up here. So it's already called for the sell. Let me get rid of this. It's already called for the sell. I would have loved for it to come up and retest that RSI line, then keep dropping, but you don't get everything in this world, right? Let me look at the weekly because this is still probably calling it for hella bullish. Yeah. Damn, this weekly looks scary, man. From down here, from when it pushed down here. Anyways, let's go on to the 4 hour. So for the 4 hour time frame, yes, we do have price did call for that buy, so you got to be careful. You got to be careful with it because this buy right here, if price keeps going higher, it's already over the mean line. So definitely still, like I said, I want to see that 71% fib. I actually want to see what it looks like on here. A little higher, so it would be like a, oh no, it's right there. Smack daddy right there. That's perfect. So I am going to set a buy limit right here. Although, yeah, no, I'm going to set a buy limit right here. And what my position would be, and what I would put if it's for what I usually would do, because I usually would put it like at the 90%, my stop loss would be right here, which is a 78 pip stop loss. That's pretty steep. So if I'm taking this type of trade, then I really have to take a lower lot size than what I usually am comfortable with. But when you look at the risk to reward, look at that, a 1 to 5. A 1 to 5 risk to reward off a price just bouncing off that upper danger zone, that would be money for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this 78 pip stop loss, but I'm gonna also be paying attention to see how it would react at this 78.6 level. If it reacts here and it ends up keeps going to the upside, then I'm probably gonna get out and just lose like what, 30 or 40 pips. So I'm gonna go ahead and set a sell limit right here at 0.72350, and my stop loss is gonna be at 0.73130 for myself. Love the risk reward. It's a 1 to 5. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame is about to call for the buy, although I wouldn't be surprised if it respects right here. And I'm even thinking of possibly stacking positions because I don't mind trying to get this position right here, like 33% of my total position. I wouldn't mind trying to sell it right here, and then it ends up dropping because it did come up to the 61.8, it did wick it and then drop. So if that continues to the downside, then hey, that'd be kind of cool. But I'm just gonna go ahead and leave my sell limit, and we'll see how this plays out. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to GBPAUD. GBPAUD was cash last week for those of you guys who are in my Discord channel, because I gave out like a secret trade kind of thing. Okay. There we go. Okay, awesome. And I love seeing this. Love seeing that. Cool. So I had previously called for a GA buy last week, and it did go bullish. What the heck is going on here? Oh, let me get rid of that. And then it didn't go bullish. It went bearish. I had said that, okay, arbitrage gave me the alert to get out. So everybody get out of this trade because it could be very risky to stay in it. And it definitely was. Look how much this dropped. It dropped 151 pips. That's how much this dropped, all in just a 4 hour time span. Then it came right back. Right? Came right back up. And then so I was like, okay, I did say that I was going to get into the sell right here. I'm into the buy right here, but I'm like, wait a minute, why did I not fit this impulsive move right here? Which I then did, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to add a position here. Then it kept going up, and I took partials from it. But now it came back to my original entry, and I still have this same. I still have the same like markup, guys. I still feel like this is still going to go bullish. I don't really feel like GA is going to go bearish right now. Let me go ahead and there we go. I mean, we do. What the heck? I'm gonna go ahead and shut off your mic. All right. And yeah, I do see that there's this trend line that price is respecting pretty well. So it's pushing up to the upside. So I think I'm gonna get back into this position that I have right here. I mean, I am still in this position for those of my Discord down here at 1.79500. I mean 450, I think. I'm still in that position down there, but I'm gonna go ahead and add another one right here because I do like how it just came back to my entry that I had previously, right? So I'm going to go ahead and even leave those trend lines on. And then I'm going to go on to arbitrage and see what it's showing. So this is the daily time frame. And I do love seeing that this is calling for a buy. Although it's sloppy and the way how the bands are set up, it is really sloppy. But I'm okay with that. I can live with that. You know, I still want to see that it's calling for this buy and I want this to stick. So I have to wait a whole 21 hours for this to be confirmed, for this buy to be confirmed. I have to wait a whole 21 hours. But I'm going to go ahead and play risky and get into that position like I said I was, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get into a 0.20 with this one. All right, so go to the 4-hour time frame. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys heard that, and I hope y'all didn't. But anyways, 4-hour time frame. We definitely do have a sell call, which is what's concerning me a little bit. But and I wonder why this is just playing like this. Oh, it's still loading stuff. Okay. Does this have to happen every single time? Like honestly. Yeah. There we go. Finally. All right. So, yeah, but and I do like seeing that that the atlas is showing that it's green, that it's bullish. And I'm pretty sure if I had my aggressive alert on or my aggressive signal on, that it would call for a buy. But no, thank you. I don't use that for entries anymore. It's just not for me personally. But I am seeing that price is still under that RSI line, so I'm a little skeptical. You know, got to have a little skepticism in yourself when you're in these markets. Gives you an edge, right? And so let me see what the smaller time frames are telling, because that will give me a better picture to paint to see what I can get into short term. Come on now. It always does this. There we go. All right, so 1 hour time frame, bullish, definitely what I love to see. That's what even gave me more of an enthusiasm to try to get into this. But we're currently on the 15-minute time frame. I'm pretty sure it's calling for a sell. Let me think. Do I really want to? Let me see what my stop loss is real quick. Let me see what that's looking like because. Oh wait, where is the drawing? I thought I told it to. Oh, I guess not. But no, there's no way. There's no way I don't have any drawings on here. I just did some. Yeah, refresh, bud. There we go. All right, so, and this is how many pip stop loss? I don't feel like zooming out to take a look at that. Yeah, that's a 68 pip stop loss. And if this gets hit, then it's probably going to drop lower. So one more time, let's go into the 15-minute. And let me hide drawing tools. Because you definitely got to be careful with that stuff. Because this could definitely just drop and then keep going back up. That's how GA plays sometimes. It'll act like it's making a move to the downside, then go up, but then act like it's making a move to the upside or go down and stuff like that. Okay, so right now it's at the upper danger zone. So that's a good level of resistance that I'm seeing staying again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just say that okay, maybe GA. We kind of wait on it because, or I'm just gonna move on. But what I'm gonna probably do is end up putting exit all alert for the buy, because I'm not gonna go ahead and say let's get into this position right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say that let's just, if you're not already in the trade with me, then I would suggest that you just wait and see how things play out rather than try to go up and hop on it right now. So let's just call it like that. All right, let's go on to EA. This trade, I think I'm going to exit this trade right here because it does look good for the buy. I do want to buy this at this zone right at the 61.8. It looks really good. It broke, retested. Although I do see this bearish engulfing candle, I do see that it's touching up right here. And it did go up. What I want to see is, let me go to the small time frame real quick. Then I'm gonna fib this real quick. Where did it come in? Hit 50%. That's cool. Yeah, even if it comes up to right here, the 71%, I'm okay with taking a buy trade up to there. But I'm still a little skeptical on this. I don't know if I want to or not. I think there might be better opportunities in the market for me, but that all depends on what arbitrage tells me. So I'm actually gonna get out of this sell for now, and if it drops any lower, then oh well, it sucks to be me. But I've already taken like most of my profits off of this trade, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and just wait out. But I want to see this push to the upside. Let's go ahead and go into arbitrage real quick. See what arbitrage is talking about. Go into the daily. Come on now. Okay, sorry for the wait. EA called for that buy a while ago. I'm pretty sure that I didn't take that move up, if I'm not mistaken. I would have remembered. Or maybe I did, because hey, I was back testing this weekend and I didn't even realize that GU had reached all-time lows this year. It never even occur to me to look on the weekly time frame for some odd reason, although I trade GU a lot. I feel like I might have to go back and look at some pairs because I feel like I did talk about that. But anyways, I love seeing this on the daily time frame. It called for that buy, retesting the RSI line, just riding it with the mean line. That is so much confluence for me to get into a buy on EURAUD. And so that's the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm going to get out my trade. And yeah, guys, this I do like seeing EURAUD like this. Is telling me that it's possibly going to go into a buy. There's a lot of confluences. It's at a nice support. It has that Fibonacci level at the 61.8. It did clearly break structure for a downside move. So now it is showing that it might be a change of the trend. So I'm taking this buy. It's just like with GA, taking the buy. I'm taking this EA buy as well. I'm taking it to the upside, but I'm gonna go ahead and not even set up a whatchamacallit. I'm just gonna get into the buy period because this looks good. This looks like a solid move. This is the session to trade EURAUD because it's like Aussie/New York session, whatever you want to call it, and you could also trade this up to London session. But I really sometimes don't even care about what session it is. It just depends on what it looks like. And this looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and take the buy. Let's see. On the 4-hour time frame, it's still calling for a sell. If I remember from what we just saw like 5 minutes ago. Well, not 5 minutes really, but you guys get what I mean. But yeah, sorry, I was on my phone. But yeah, it's called for the sell, and it's not even at the lower danger zone right here. So it could potentially take out these lows at the 71% and then go high. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to add a position here. I'm adding 50% of my position right here instead of 33%. And once my drawings pop up, I'll show you where I'm putting my second position at. But I do like this. I do like this very much so for the sell. For the buy rather than the sell, the 4-hour time frame. So the 71%, I'm gonna go ahead and put a buy limit at 1.6300. So 1.6300, that's basically at the 71%. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a buy limit there. And if it drops down there and gets me a position open, then I am totally game. That's the type of stuff that I like to see, though. I like that Fibonacci. I like the confluence. There's a lot of confluence there that's making me want to get in. So I'm going to go ahead and just wait on that. So let's see what we have on the 1-hour time frame real quick. I'm pretty sure the 1-hour time frame is setting up for a buy. It's just trying to make up, it's trying to. The trend is trying to figure the trade is trying to figure itself out first. So let's see. I'm pretty sure actually this looks like it's still not even, well, it's setting up, like I said, for the buy. That is not there quite yet. And that's fine. Come on now. Let me get rid of the drawing. Maybe that will help. I don't know why all of a sudden this just started acting slow. It was working perfectly fine when we first started. Okay. The 1-hour time frame definitely is bearish. I really don't like how long this is taking to load, man. Just annoying. Okay, cool. Okay, so like seeing this on the daily, I mean on the hourly time frame, it is at this lower danger zone. All I could really say to that, and I'm probably just gonna take a quick intermission. But all I'm gonna say to that is that price, as long as it stays, let me see. There you go. As long as the price stays right here, then I'm good. Right? As long as price stays above this zone, then I'm gonna keep buying. But if it breaks the zone, then I'm out of there. All right. So that's for your AUD. I am, like I said, I am getting into that buy. So let's see how that plays out. It might be too early, it might be a little too late, but let's see. Um, recording stuff. All right, resume recording. But yeah, EG, I had mentioned on the weekly time frame that it was bullish. Just a little recap of what I was talking about. I said that on the daily time frame that it had made a bullish engulfing move to the upside, and that it came to the 61.8, rejected off of there. Then I want to see it continue to the upside, type of thing. Or if you want to go to the 4-hour time frame, let's say that you don't want to use from the daily time frame where it took off at first. Let's go ahead and come right here. You know, we come right here. Look where price stopped at the 78.6, immediately went to the upside, hasn't came back down since. So I'm still suspecting that EG is going to go to the upside. If I were to have a stop loss on this move, honestly, let me see what this stop loss even looks like. There. So yeah, I think right here is decent for look. It's a 1 to 10 if this move plays out. 45 pip stop loss. I'm okay with taking the 45 pip stop loss on EG. I'm perfectly fine with that. So definitely want to see this go to the upside. 469 pips if it makes a higher high. But this is a long ass move. Would be a very long move to even do. So if you're not down for a move like that will take forever, then what I would suggest, I mean, I'm not even sure if I'll take it all the way to that high, but I would suggest probably taking it at least to these recent highs, which is a 200 pip move. And that could definitely happen within a week or two, so let's see how that plays out. But I'm in this buy. I'll take a good amount of partials right here, another good amount of partials right here, let the trade ride for the rest. So let's see what's good. All right, and then we come on to the daily time frame on arbitrage, and it's kind of showing that it might go bearish. Like it's still at that mean line, but it is under the RSI line, so this could potentially go bearish. Let me go ahead and go to the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame also is calling for a downside move on EURGBP, so that's another one that I don't like seeing. And the 1-hour time frame, it's calling bearish as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to depend on the 15-minute. 15-minute time frame is calling for the buy. Perfect. That's what I want to see. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert and going to say arbitrage short exit all. And if it calls for an exit for the sell, then I'm out of there. For the buy, I'm out of there. Simple as that. And I'll wait for another move to appear. So let's get it. Go ahead and go on over to EURNZD. All right, so EURNZD spreads almost took me out. I was about to be really upset about that, but it's a small stop loss. So price is still at my entry. This trade was doing good during the week. When it came at first activated, it came to the upside, but then it came pushed back down. But so I'm kind of like, I'm like, okay, maybe this might hit my stop loss. Who knows? Maybe I have a too tight stop loss, although it's at the, actually, it just has to go a little lower. I should actually probably, let me see. Should probably add the 90 there. There we go. There. Almost hit it. Very close to hitting it, but that was due to spreads. I'm still in this trade. I hate spreads with a passion. And the market opened up with a gap, but still trying to take this to the upside, still in the trade, seeing how this plays out. Nothing's really changed for me. Arbitrage, though, is what's telling me probably, are you sure you want to be in this? I don't know if you want to be in this, because even the 15-minute time frame is looking pretty bad. The 1 hour time frame is calling for the bearish move still. Although it was calling for the bull, it was calling for the buy right here. But then, like I said, this open, the way how the market opened up with the gap to the downside, but it's cleared it back up. I still think it's going to go bullish, so I'm staying in that trade. So that is it with EURNZD. Like, nothing's really changed for me on EURNZD. For those that actually took that buy, like I mentioned on Tuesday, I said if you want, you could take it to the downside, because I do fully expect that it's going to come back down to that entry. If you guys took that trade, then hey, kudos to you. All right, let's take a look at gold, because like I mentioned, man, I wanted it to go to 1915. It did that perfectly. It did that to the T. I love it, but now I got to see what's going to do next, because ever since that it did come to 1950, it broke it. It came back and retested it now. I kind of want to see it continue to the downside. Let me look on the daily real quick. Yeah, then that's why I said I took all my money there. There was no way in hell it's going to hold gold all the way back to these highs. Let me be real here. There was no way in hell it's going to do that. Got to be real, right? And so even seeing this move, this engulfing move, this is a 50% fib. Oh no, that's a 61.8. I didn't even know. What am I doing? You guys, this is why sometimes you just gotta tell yourself that you're trash, because I could have made money off of that for sure. If I would have saw that. Well, no, because I said that I'm taking my profits here, and that was a smart move for me, because now price could eventually turn around. That's why you got to know when to get in and when to get out. So with gold, if I can get price to come back down up to 1915 and hold, then I will get back into the sell. I don't care for trying to sell it where it's at right now, but that's only if I'm not using arbitrage, right? So let's see what arbitrage is talking about. So on the 1 hour time frame, we have the sell call. So there you go. If you guys are wondering what I'm looking at for gold right now, I'm looking for a sell. If it breaks 1906, then I'm out of there. Easy peasy. So that's literally my trade setup. But I'm already in 4 trades. My rule is usually I get in 4, maybe 5 trades, and that's it. And so I'm gotta look at S&P, because I'm still in S&P from last week. So I'm kind of I can't trade this realistically. I'm just gonna go ahead. Yeah, I can't trade that. Short exit all alert on GBPUSD. Absolutely. There you go. See, already had my setup. I mean, what I was looking for, it already called that for me. So GU, I'm gonna wait it out a little bit, and I'll get in at a different time. Let me see. So yeah, kind of looking for a sell on gold. Not really kind of. I am looking for a sell on gold, and we'll see how that plays out. It is bearish on the daily time frame, and I'm not even gonna look at the 15-minute right now. It is bearish on the daily time frame. I do like seeing that it rejects off of the mean line, continue to the downside, my friend. So for those who want to sell, there's my answer. If it breaks 1906, 1907, get out for the meantime. Don't need to stay in the trade if you don't want to have drawdown, right? Just take the early L. S&P was good, baby. All right, got the sell. I'm still in it. I was even really necessarily, whoa, this is daily time frame on this sell. Wait, first of all, let me come over here. I like seeing that though. I love seeing that. Don't like seeing what the Atlas is showing. But yeah, I like seeing that it's rejecting off of this 71 and 78.6 area right here. Want to see it plummet still. Still want to see it drop. I don't like seeing that daily wick though, because that could potentially mean that price is going to the upside. But I'm gonna see how it plays out. My stop loss is almost hit at break even. That's why I took profits down there. But like I mentioned, on the daily time frame, this is still under the RSI line. So if it's still under the RSI line, although I am seeing the Atlas is green, it's not really a comforting sight. But if it's under the Atlas, I'm still kind of bearish on it. So see how that plays out. 4-hour time frame, it called for that buy. It's rejected off of this RSI line. That's another thing that I don't like seeing. 1-hour time frame, it just called for the buy an hour ago. So actually, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get out, or at this point, I'm just gonna wait until my stop loss get hit at break even. There's no need for me to actually try to get in or get out of that at this moment. And same thing with the 15 minutes, been bullish, so gonna have to probably take that hit at break even with this move, but that's fine. That's totally fine. I am still gonna look at this setup that I have. The same, oh, I like it up here, but if it breaks anywhere higher than up here, then I'm just gonna get out type of thing. So then I'll wait and see what plays out, you know? The Dow Jones, very similar. I just traded the Dow Jones once last week. I'm usually just scalping this in the morning by myself. But Dow Jones, it's the same thing. Like it's, let me just go into the chart and show this part. It's the same thing. I mean, we did have Donald Trump with his news, and then yeah, this literally the same thing. This is the setup that I had previously that I like. I want to see it go to the upside because it is definitely in an uptrend. But it did break this structure. It looked like a fake out though. So just waiting and seeing how this plays out. But I still want to see the sell. You know, let me just draw this bit right here. Yeah, I like seeing that 76 rejections. So want to see that fall. So that is about it. I'll check out USDMXN. Why not? I love seeing that rejection on here again. Because I definitely mentioned that, okay, it's at this place, I wouldn't be buying it. But if I fib this, I promise you that that's at the 50. If I go to the wick to wick. Oh, wow, never mind, that's at the 62. I'm at the 61.8. I'm tripping. 61.8. I want price to come down here at the 71, but right now it's just super bearish. I'm not even gonna try and get into a sell, but I want to see what price does right here at the 71 or this level right here, period. I want to see what it does right here, and if it's gonna continue to the upside, then it's lit. But look at this bullish move, ridiculous shot to the sky. So yeah, guys, that is it for my analysis. Is there any questions, comments, or concerns? Anything? No? All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. And for those who are watching the playback, thanks for y'all for watching it. And let's make some money this week. I'll see y'all later.